guys, welcome back to another episode with First Beauty. My name is Olateji Bello if you're new, and if you've been coming all along, thank you so much for coming, thank you so much for tuning in. I appreciate you all. On today's episode, I'm sure you guys, yes, I know you guys are going to be wondering what's going on. Mom is on, big sister is on. Yes, I said in my previous video that it's September, which is Sickle Cell Awareness Month. So I'm going to be bringing you videos this month about sickle cell. And my first video was my sickle cell, and I'm the one that's got a sickle cell. And this episode is going to be talking about living with sickle cell. So how my mom and my big sister has been coping with me, how they've lived with me, and how they are enjoying me being sickle cell. I know they're not enjoying it, but yes, they've got used to it, and how they've been coping from 1988 up until now. So yes, we're going to introduce my mom. Say hello.
Hello.
That's the Yasila. That's the mother of the sickle cell child. And that's my big sister.
Isila Gongo.
Exactly. The Isila of the Yasila. Islamia. And that's my big sister without the sickle cell. So yes.
With the trait.
With the trait. So I explained in my previous video that to get sickle cell, your mom and your dad must have the AS genotype, and then the S from both comes together and one child gets it. So I got it. She got A and S from one of them. So she's got the AS. I've got a brother. He's in London. You guys are going to meet him very soon. But yes, that's, three of us from my mom. So I'm going to be asking them questions. Yes, I've got some questions that some of my fans have sent me from the previous video that I did. I got some questions from for my mom and for my sister, because I said I was going to do a living with sickle cell video. So I did get some question, and one of the question is directed to Yasila.
Okay.
So yes, I'm going to be asking you the questions in English as it's been asked. Feel comfortable. You can say it in Yoruba. It doesn't matter. I think if you say it in Yoruba, it makes it even more fun.
Okay.
And more understandable for everyone.
Okay.
And if you want English, that's fine. It's up to you.
Okay.
So the first question is, how did you find out that I have sickle cell, and when did you find out that I have sickle cell?
That's 2 in 1.
2 in 1 question. Yeah, sorry. Okay, should I do one at a time?
Please.
Okay.
Don't rush us. It's still fine.
Okay.
Hello guys. Please subscribe to our channel.
Subscribe, please. Thank you, Jerry. It's not everyone that will like it.
Thought is when she was 6 months, I noticed from her eye, the eyeball was very, very red. So I went to Dr. Shebanjo's hospital in Bushire in Nigeria. So, but we didn't diagnose anything there. But I can say that is the first symptom. I was even thinking maybe it fell down from somebody who, people used to carry her a lot. So, but along the line, we are given an eye drop to use. We continue using it. I think that is the first thing. Around 6, maybe after 6 months, yeah.
Okay.
So, then maybe...
You scared?
When it was 2 years, exactly 2 years, but before 2 years, we've been seeing some symptoms, but we didn't know exactly what is it. That is, kíka ẹ̀kan, akàn dédé wú ni, akàn rí pé kakàn wú. Ìgbà míì lè jẹ́ ìka ọmọ ẹsẹ̀ kan ló máa wú. But a máa rò pé bóyá ẹ̀jẹ̀ ò tó, àárà gbó, a máa ṣàṣàgbó, a ní bóyá èélá ni something of such, a lo oògùn ilẹ̀ tútù, àwọn granny mi máa fún nǹkan. But níjọ́ tọ́lọ́run máa fi títóbi ẹ̀ hàn, mo wà ní ṣọ́ọ̀bù mi níjọ́ náà. Lady kan máa ń wá nọ́ọ̀sì ni, so wá ní ọ̀rẹ́ kan lẹ́gbẹ̀ẹ́ ṣọ́ọ̀bù mi. ó máa ń every time ló máa ń wá bá ọ̀rẹ́ yẹn ṣeré so ó kàn tíjọ́ yẹn ni ó dẹ̀ ti máa ń rí pé kàkàn wú but tíjọ́ yẹn ó ní ṣé kò lọ sí school ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ jẹ́lé òsínmi kan tó máa ń lọ but láàárọ̀ ọjọ́ yẹn mo fẹ́ mú lọ ó ṣàtakú lòun ò lọ tí mo tiẹ̀ tún yẹ gba sí pé ó yẹ kó lọ skúlù jọ kó jẹ́ ká tẹ́gùn fẹ́ sí wa nǹkan kan so àwọn tó ṣàwọn ṣọ́ọ̀bù ṣáà ní pé ìgbà tó lòun ò lọ fílẹ̀ n bá fílẹ̀ so ìgbà tó máa fi di ìrọ̀lẹ́ tó sùn tó máa jí ńṣe ni ojú ẹ̀ bá tún wú ojú yẹn ṣáà wú tó yẹ́lò tán tẹ̀ sí kọ́kọ́ sọ pé bóyá bà ní but lady yìí ńgbà tó wá dé tó wá béèrè ẹ̀ torí bí ọ̀rẹ́ gbogbo wọn ni tí yẹn wá béèrè ẹ̀ pé Sekinat dà mọ́ ni pé ó sùn pé ó ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ jí sí i so ńgbà tó wá jí ṣá tí yẹn wá rí yẹn wá ní pé ojú ẹ̀ ló tún wú ní ó tún yẹ́lò yìí ó bá ní ẹ̀wọ̀ ẹ̀mù kan tó òun ti ń wò láti jẹun jọ yìí tóun ti máa ń wá bí pé ohun tóun bá sọ fún wa ní pé ká lọ ṣe blood test wọ́n á ní mo ti ṣe rí ní ọ̀dọ̀ dókítà kan tá à ń lọ wọ́n á ní pé eléyìí kí n má lọ sí ẹni hospital kí n lọ sí ibi tí wọ́n ti ń ṣe blood test gangan ní Tafa Balewa Square pé tí n bá lọ bẹ̀ pé kí n sọ pé mo fẹ́ wo genotype ẹ̀ balùdàkú ń bá lọ ṣá àti rìsọ́ọ̀tì máa dé ló bá ní rìsọ́ọ̀tì bá di AS wọ́n sọ fún mi lọ́hùn but nígbà tí mo dé lédi yẹn lóhùn àpadà wá ní tó ṣáà máa ń wá so gbà tí rìsọ́ọ̀tì wá dé ó wá rí pọ́n ní SS ni wá ní pé òun ti ń tó tà sí mọ̀ sí pé but òun ò fẹ́ síwájú sọ pé bí kò ṣe pé kó jẹ́ pé dókítà àwọn kan ṣe test ẹ̀ ní wọ́n mú rìsọ́ọ̀tì jáde tó ń mú pépà lé mi lọ́wọ́ ok fine ó wá ní the next thing ti máa jẹ́ sí ni pé òun wá fẹ́ kí n lọ sí Ìdí Àràbà àyà mi dáńgbà tó dárúkọ Ìdí Àràbà pé Ìdí Àràbà kẹ.
a whole big hospital.
ibẹ̀ ni kí n lọ pé floor by floor ni àwọn tán jẹ́ SS yẹn náà wà ń bẹ̀ láti baby stage by stage n bá sọmọ kọrìjì ń bá lọ àti máa débẹ̀ lóòótọ́ floor tí age wa wà by that time ó ti ń lọ pé 3 n bá débẹ̀ so kí ni mo fẹ́ fàyọ̀ ń bẹ̀ títóbi Ọlọ́run ó pọ̀ àṣẹ wá débẹ̀ wọ́n máa wá wọn wéètì wọn ìyẹn ni first procedure tàbá ti register wọn wéètì wọn but at the same time result tẹ bá mú débẹ̀ wọ́n máa tún cross check àwọn náà máa tún ṣe ní Ìdí Àràbà ń bẹ̀ láti mọ̀ pé àti result tẹ gbé wá àti táwọn náà ṣe lọ́dọ̀ àwọn ìkan náà ni so but níjọ́ yẹn wọ́n register wa ní Ìdí Àràbà yẹn wọ́n ṣe test yẹn wọ́n confam so àti wọ́n á confam yẹn wọ́n wo wait yẹn jẹ́ treatment bẹ̀rẹ̀ so treatment yẹn dẹ̀dẹ̀rẹ̀ wọ́n máa ń fún wa ní àwọn oògùn kan gbà yẹn tó yẹ pé àwọn bottles tó ń lò fún wa gbà yẹn wọ́n lè kó bí 10 12 wọ́n ṣáà máa ń dá wa lóhùn dáadáa wọ́n dẹ̀ máa ń bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ but ìjọ tí mo kọ́kọ́ lọ yẹn lákọ̀ọ́kọ́ wà òkè nígbà tí màá lọ lẹ́lẹ́ẹ̀kejì tí wọ́n wá ní àwọn ọmọ wa pọ̀ wọn pọ̀ níjọ́ tí mo kọ́kọ́ lọ yẹn pọ̀ tó láyé pé ẹlẹ́ẹ̀kejì yẹn wọ́n wá pọ̀ tó ní kálukú wa bọ́ra lẹ̀ mo sùn kíní kan ẹkún náà ń gbìjọ náà nítorí kí ló fà á nígbà tí mò ń wo oríṣiríṣi bọ́lọ́hún ṣe ṣẹ̀dá oníkálukú ẹ̀rọ ọmọ mi apá ẹ̀ máa ti ń rí báyìí ni nínú ẹ̀ máa yọ torí tán bá bọ́ra lẹ̀ yẹn báyìí apart from pé ẹ̀ ń wò wọ́n lójú tán bá wọ aṣọ pé ojú wọn máa yẹ́lò ọ́ ẹni tó bá ń bá wọn gbé àbí tó bá ń lọ tó bá ti belong sí group yẹn ṣá ẹ máa ti wọn ojú wọn ẹ máa fi dá wọn mọ̀ but sí nígbà yẹn tán tẹ ìkéré bíi tó 2 to 10 ní group yẹn ń gbà yẹn tí wọ́n pé tán bọ́ra lẹ̀ tán bọ́ra lẹ̀ níjọ́ yẹn báyìí tí mo sùn bí tí mo pé ti sunkún yẹn náà ni mo ti wá sánmọ̀ kọ́rẹ́jì pé ok torí oníbejì wà ń bẹ̀ oníbẹ̀ta wà ń bẹ̀ ọkùnrin obìnrin wọ́n tẹ̀ tún wá ń sọ fún wa big doctor kan tún ẹ̀ tún wá bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ níjọ́ yẹn fẹ́ pé ó ti 50 at that time tẹ́ sọ wípé àìpé kàṣà kan máa tọ́jú wọn ni pé àkọ́kọ́ ń bẹ̀ blood tonic a lè fún wọn ká máa jẹ́ kán mú mi dáadáa pé then ká má máa isolate wọn pé nítorí pa àti mọ ohun tó ń ṣe wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe eléyìí náà gbọ́dọ̀ ṣe pé ó ti pé ohun tó bá ti ń try láti fẹ́ ṣe ká máa support wọn ni ṣe then àdè máa ń béèrè oníkálukú máa ń béèrè question ìgbà yẹn náà lẹ́nu kan náà béèrè question pa torí fíà wà lára gbogbo wa náà pé fíà tó dẹ̀ wà lára gbogbo wa ń gbà yẹn tó tiẹ̀ jẹ́ fíà tó ń pọ̀ pọ̀lọpọ̀ wa lẹ́rù ojú pé wọn kì í pé 21 years fíà yẹn wà lẹ́mí everybody eke so but doctor tó bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ àwọn náà mọ̀ torí àwọn èèyàn béèrè wọn sọ pé kò rí bẹ́ẹ̀ pé at least àwọn ń sìn 50 years làwọn pé kò dẹ̀ sí nǹkan kan pé ẹlòmíì náà tún wà pé ẹlòmíì náà yìí máa bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ tó tún ju àwọn náà lọ pé tó kàn jẹ́ kókó ń bẹ̀ ni pé ká bójútó wọn ká máa tọ́jú wọn ìyẹn gbọ̀ngàn ni but kí n tó lọ sídìí àràbà yẹn náà mo ti yà káàkiri ibì kan tí ẹ wà ní Ìjẹ̀bú Ṣàgámù bàbá kan wà níbẹ̀ bàbá mo gbàgbé orúkọ bàbá yẹn wọ́n popular wọ́n ti ẹ̀ popular dáadáa nítorí àwọn ẹni tó júwèé fún mi bí ìdí àràbà yẹn náà ni mo ti náà ti fún mi nọ́mbà bẹ̀ ṣe pé tó bá ti dé Ṣàgámù yẹn tó bá ti mo gbàgbé orúkọ wọn sá fún mi wọ́n popular ṣá a máa ń lọ ràgbó ńbẹ̀ ní àgbo yẹn báyìí ó máa rẹ́ẹ̀dì ní ẹ̀pọ̀n máa ní kàṣà máa fún concussions oríṣiríṣi wọn mo dúpẹ́ lẹ́nu pé Ọlọ́run gbàdúrà.
Okay, so just to summarize what my mom has been saying, literally she first saw the symptom in me when I was 6 months. My eyes were really like red and they were swollen, so she took me to the hospital and they didn't diagnose me at that time. They gave her eye drop which she used, and the symptom reduced, but there were still other symptoms like swollen fingers, swollen toes, swollen leg. And it was a lady, after 2 years I was sick again. In fact, she said that I was supposed to go to nursery, but I didn't want to go, so she was close to literally beating me that no, you should go, that let me rest. So luckily she didn't. Eventually the people in the area were like, no, let her stay, she doesn't want to go. So I stayed at home, and luckily that lady in the area, the nurse, she saw me, and then she said to her that, what's wrong with your child, you need to take her to the hospital. So she took me to the hospital, that you need to actually go to the lab to do a blood test rather than just going to clinic. So she took me to the lab, they did the blood test, and the result came out as sickle cell. So this lady came back, wanted to find out that what was the result. So she saw the result and she was like, she knew it, but she just didn't want to be forward. And then she recommended that she takes me to a bigger hospital, which immediately she heard the name of the hospital, she was worried because she thought, oh my god, that big hospital. So she took me there, and I remember from when I used to go to that clinic as well, up until I think when I was under 10, before a teenager, anyway, under 13, we used to have to undress. So literally it's just your vest that you have on to check your weight. And I remember when I got to UK, my first weight that I wanted to check, I was literally taking everything off, and the lady was like, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm taking out my layers. She was like, no, just take off your shoes and go on. So it was really funny because that's like two opposite things from hospitals. So anyway, so she saw that situation, and she saw other children with sickle cell, and oh my god, she was really scared, like, oh my god, look at these children and look at my child. They are more or less the same, thing, apart from the yellow face. We had skinny hands, there was skinny, big stomach, which I had, big belly, which I have even till now. And yes, even my sister, when she looks at me, she's like, your eyes are yellow, you need to drink water. Yeah, she's always like that. So those are the symptoms that you actually see. And yes, there used to be
It's yellow now.
It's not yellow. I've been drinking water.
Go and bring water.
So there was another place in Ijebu in Nigeria that she was recommended to go, and then she used to get some herbal concussions, and I think I took those herbal concussions for very long, even up until when I could look after myself.
At times we use Lux soap.
Yes, I remember that one. Anytime I had pain, yes, I had This soap is like it's a soap that we use in Nigeria, but it's hair as well.
Lux.
It's called Lux, Lux,
Spirit.
with water. Use it to rub the place.
Is it water or spirit?
No, with water first.
Oh, okay.
Once it's dry, then can you imagine? And then you now put spirit. So I've gone through a lot. Like even when I got to UK, I still did that because I believed in
We
it.
use a lot.
We used it, and I remember there used to be another one that was pineapple and something. And I didn't,
Different.
and even most of the time they just give me fancy that as well, which is for malaria. And you know, from research now and from what I know now, sickle cell patients don't have malaria. It's like they are not friends. So yeah, it wasn't malaria, it was sickness, and we are not allowed to use blood tonic. So I knew that from Nigeria, but when I got to UK, it was something like, yeah, you cannot use anything blood tonic. And that's because when we use that, because obviously our blood is, even though it's lacking oxygen, yeah, it's special. Even though it's lacking oxygen, which is what causes the sickle cell, giving us blood tonic is like giving us blood, and it causes iron overload, which is why most of the time, instead of giving us just blood transfusion, they do exchange transfusion when it gets to a certain stage. So instead of giving you more iron, which is what that same blood tonic would do, and that's one of the most popular treatments in Nigeria. Once anything is wrong with you, you're looking pale, you better go and drink blood tonic. Yes, it's not everyone that can drink blood tonic. So yeah, that's what my mom has said.
Blood tonic.
A lot, yes. That's like one of the popular favorite treatments. If I remember, my sister used to take it a lot anyway, because she was always having headache, and that was one problem we used to have growing up. She was always complaining of headache. I never had headache, and I didn't know what it was. So I'm always like, "Are you trying to run away from your chores?" We're gonna come to that anyway. So my mom has literally answered almost all the questions that I want to ask her.
What scares you?
She said it. So literally, she's answered everything. So now we're gonna go to my sister, my big sister, elder sister, Temitope Islamia Bello.
Okay, thank you, my birth certificate registrar. God.
Do you want me to give you them date of birth?
No, thank you. We're fine.
Okay, so I know when we were younger, we didn't actually live together that much because you were in the boarding house and I was, at home.
I saw a lot.
Okay, so do you want to tell us?
Oh God.
What the thing is, I can't even remember most of the things. But what are the things that you saw that you can remember?
I saw too much. I saw too many. I saw scary things.
Okay.
But we are alive and we're thankful. I saw helpless lying down, and I'm just there. I think even while I was in primary school, and you're just crying, I'm thinking, why is she always crying? What is going on? Like, everyone is going to school, she can't go to school. We're going to mosque, Arabic school, she can't go. And I don't understand. But one thing I knew for sure was my sister wasn't feeling too well. I didn't really understand what was going on. However, I just wanted to be there to support her, basically. There are times where I have to back her. I see her just crying, shouting, "Hapa mi o, ese mi o."
That's my hand, my leg.
My leg, my head. And because I used to have leg pain then as well, or what they called it? Romanticism. So I thought, okay, maybe she's having the same issue. But then ours was kind of different. So I kind of put myself in her shoes. If I've got leg pain, but she's got more, then there's something serious happening to my sister. So yeah, there are days that she can't even sleep. I mean, yeah, like she said, I attended a boarding school, but whenever I'm back and she does something silly or drives me mad, but then she's sick. So I really want to punch her in the face, but I can't because she's sick. Or there are times I really want to play with her and I can't play with her. And she's my sister, so it was tough, but we survived. And then even growing up as a teenager, you would expect every teenager to be, don't get me wrong, she's active, super active. But there are times where you think, okay, as a teenager, we're not really that playful basically, but when you just want to have fun, she can't do much. And even as a teenager, I think I was 15, and whenever she's sick, I have to back her. You know all those nurses?
we'll go for injections.
I have to take her phone. She was just taking all these injections
And I can't even walk.
And because she can't work, I have to back her.
So literally puts me on her back.
On my back. So you can imagine a 15 years old
back in a 13-year-old.
13 years old.
And
the distance is not like, it's about at least more than 10 miles.
Yeah.
Then I have to bring her back. And imagine after the injection, obviously she's like
paralyzed.
That injection, I wasn't going to use that word, but
that's what it is. That's
she's just like a leaf. So
I can't do anything.
She can't do anything. I have to still lift her. One thing though was I just said, yeah, regardless, I'm just going to be there. I've seen it. So bring it on.
Bring it on, yes. And I brought it on.
Full package.
Yeah. Okay. So the other thing that I can't actually remember, which I got a question, was how was it, for me growing up. But like I said in my previous video, even I'm still saying it now, I can't remember most of the things that I did or that happened. I'm so forgetful, guys. I'm sorry. It's not my fault. It just happens. So most of the things that happened to me before I was 16, let me say 13, before I was 13, I actually can't remember them. So my primary school days, I can't remember. So I'm going to ask.
I can remember one.
Okay.
When you are in first, you continue changing your school. Okay. Because most of the time you don't meet up the exam.
Okay.
Then when you are in St. Mary school in Lagos, when you are in, I thought in, I can say primary 3, yeah, 3, because, so there was a day the teacher beats you and said you want, because you didn't go to school with bag that day, because you are crying, he said, because you are in pain, a little bit pain, so you didn't take your bag to school, so, and you are beaten. So the next day I have to go to school with you. So the teacher said, yesterday you didn't bring back. Then I said, yes. It's because you are in pain. This is what is happening. But now I'm here because that's the first year in that school, in that primary 3. So then I have to tell the teacher that what I'm going to do now is I'm going to buy the textbooks into 2 places. So you should allow me to put the first set in the school so that you won't be coming from home with bag every day. You'll be coming with bag, but not with those textbooks, because those textbooks are big. So at the end of the day, putting like 4 or 5 textbooks in the bag, she can't carry it. So I have to buy the textbooks. Instead of buying one, I bought 2, and pack one in the school, pack the other one in the house. So anytime they have an homework,
textbook teacher.
Anytime you have an homework to do, I told the teacher that you should let her write the page, so that when he gets home, he's going to do it. Then he will just bring only the exercise back to school. Then and the teacher said yes.
Okay, that's nice. But that's expensive.
Oh God.
So, yes. But yeah,
I love that.
Surulere, came to school. Came to Surulere as well, but I don't think he even survived one time.
I can't even know.
You didn't even survive one time. You just catapulted yourself back to Lagos.
When she actually said primary 3 was when I started St. Mary's. I was going to say I didn't remember I went to other school.
You went to Onward.
Ah, no, I remember.
Yeah, that one is Surulere. That's the one that you didn't even survive.
That's what she had.
Odudua.
Okay, sorry.
After that one, you went to Ansarudin.
Oh, now I remember. Oh my God.
Along Mushin side, not up to Mushin.
Now I remember. Oh my goodness.
Yes,
we went to that together.
No, it's a Muslim. You went to Onward together, but you left Onward and go to Ansarudin.
So it was Ansarudin that after Ansarudin, then I went to St. Mary's private school.
Yes.
In my CV, the only one I remember. So I actually did not remember that I went to so much, but now that she mentioned it, I now remembered. But the thing I remembered was I was a very brilliant student, and I am still a very brilliant student, because I remember I had double promotion
Yes, in St. Mary's.
So
Instead of going to primary.
So I went
from 4 to 6.
So I went from 4 to 6. I used to actually think I went from primary 1 to 3. No, okay, it was because I changed school.
Because you changed school.
Okay. Okay, because I know that when I
changed school,
and I want to show myself, I always say I got double promotion. I actually said it to Sophia, so she must not hear this. I said to her that I got double promotion from primary 1 to primary 3, primary 4 to primary 6.
It was secondary school.
But it was because I changed school.
It was in secondary school, get another.
Yes, I remember that one. The school, the first secondary school I went was a public school, girls' secondary grammar school.
Yes.
I did JS1 in there. And then I went to Ikorodu.
Yeah.
I went to... Oh, and I was my Google school. Clinical private school.
Global, I know.
No, it's not Global.
Forget it.
Goodwill?
Yes,
No, Goodwill was the last
one. Okay.
Goodwill was the last one.
Doctor, please.
Yeah.
When you're watching this, write the name of that school because we went to that school together. I know it's something. Is it? It's not All Saints. It's All Saints. It's All Saints.
Oh yeah.
Yes, All Saints private school or something like that. Sha. Anyway, so that one I got there. I can't even remember where it is, but it's in Ikorodu. Sha.
Yeah, but that was too far. So
yes. So I had to move to Ikorodu, and I remember I started there with.
Boarding house?
No, it wasn't a boarding house.
No, it was Goodwill.
It was Goodwill.
And that was even like
when I did prep.
anyway.
Seriously, I went to so many schools, and I know this is exactly the same thing with so many sickle cell patients as well, because most of the time the crisis is during exam, and once you cannot do the exam in Nigeria, is either you repeat the class or but obviously in my situation they knew what it was, and some schools would be like, oh, we cannot handle the fact that she's always sick. I don't know if I had that, but so, but I know that that's
it's just because
one of the
distance of the journey.
The distance, okay. So it was just like the one that I cannot carry back to school. She had to buy 2 sets of books, one in the school, one at home. I remember when I wanted to do my, I think it was age 10 birthday, I was sick. Then we did it when I was 11 years.
Yes.
I remember that one.
Yeah.
Most of the time when I'm sick is during summer. And summer is my birthday. So I always remember that my birthday, I was always sick. And the other one that I remembered was when I did my 21st birthday. When I called my mom, I said, Mom, I want to celebrate my birthday and I want it big. She was like,
People don't know. I fainted that day because immediately he phoned me and said, 21st birthday. Hey,
what's going on?
Big number.
What's going on? I'm doing it big. But
we are here now.
Alhamdulillah.
11 years after.
And that party was...
That party
it actually rained that day, I remember.
Yes. And I had crisis after the party as well.
It rained throughout, but people turned up.
Yes.
And that all was really packed.
In fact, I'm sure people, if some of the people watching these videos are probably at that party and they'll be like, yes, I remember. In fact, when I posted that first video on Instagram, the one about my sickle cell and I, someone wrote that I remember your 21st, and I'm thinking this person must really know me, but the name was really confused. So when I checked, it was one of my best friends when I was in college, Ayo, and I was so excited when I saw that message. But she's now in Nigeria, but I was, it just brought back memory. I'm like, oh my god, she remembered. But yes,
God, that 21st birthday was,
it was big.
The planning.
My mom was really scared.
The journey to Dustin.
Scared, but I'm happy that day.
Yeah, we went to Dustin to pick
I believe in God that God has made it.
Yes.
And I can remember when I think he's still in primary school. Yes, or another day. I can't remember. But that day, I cannot forget it in my life.
Okay.
Because it happened the next building to our house.
I remember.
Thief was there.
Oh,
I remember. That was a very bad
That
day.
day is a bad day.
Oh my god.
Because they destroyed the building with bullets. It was in the midnight.
And I was in crisis.
And Sekinot was in crisis.
God.
And this thief, because the building is close to each other.
You would actually think they were in our house.
No, they saw me when I stand up through the window.
Oh my god.
That immediately
Sekinot
was just crying. Then I wanted to go and take maybe water just to get something. So immediately I stood up. I just heard the voice. Where are you going? Sit down there. Don't stand up. Wow. I've heard about the gun,
We didn't know where it was.
What I didn't know what it was.
I remember I actually crawled from the bedroom because I couldn't walk. I was in pain, and we could hear the bullets. So I remember crawling from the bed. Now let's go to the sitting room. Not knowing that they were
actually the direct room.
But when they said stop there,
oh my god,
don't move, I was shocked.
I didn't hear.
This thing is the next building, so the both of us just lie down there. My daughter was crying.
Oh my god, I remember. Oh my god, I remember that one.
Give her something? No way, no.
We could not get anything. Oh.
Was that day? My prayer was that God, what can I do?
Don't let these people come here.
Don't let these people come here, and don't let my daughter die. Because all what I have to do, I cannot. Even to take the no move.
Even the medicines, they were in the kitchen. No, that day was really, really.
And I wasn't at home.
And she wasn't at home. It was just the two of us.
Crying. So I just said, oh God, okay, shush, stop crying. By God's grace, you will live long. Nothing will happen to you. By God's grace, in the name of God, inshallah, you will have a baby boy, a baby girl. Instead of giving medicines,
prayer.
I was just saying this silently.
Oh my
I was
God!
just saying this to her.
Through a lot in Nigeria to get that.
We went through.
We went through,
Which
and
never
we are
go
still going through. So yes, that was Nigeria. So now I'm going to face my sister, because since we've been in UK, or when we got to UK, we were together. At least, from then we were together.
Yeah. Oh God. UK. You know, it's been God, and it's been good, I can say. But I'll never forget our favorite holiday destination, the Royal London Hospital. Oh my God.
That's what she calls it.
Yeah, she's always going on holiday. I feel I'm not even sure if UK was worse than Nigeria.
I know. Sometimes I think UK was worse, because when I was in Nigeria, it got to a stage when I was in secondary school. I think I only had crisis maybe once or twice a year.
Yeah, I think UK was worse, but the good thing about UK is
the treatment.
The treatment is superb. So for some reason that gave me that confidence. I had that confidence that things are definitely going to get better.
Yeah.
But UK got worse to the point I think the job, you couldn't get a proper job.
Yeah.
Our first interview, I'm sorry, I had to do our first interview for her, yes.
Sports Direct.
Well, don't quote me. But things were really cool then.
Yeah.
You just go to a job centre, apply, and then you go somewhere. But she didn't even last the bloody job.
No, I didn't.
I think she did only less than 2 months.
And then I was sick.
And then she was sick. But she's very strong. And then very, very strong. And then Manchester Life, oh my God. One thing I'm always telling her, me on my own is prayer. But one thing, the prayer part, I always tell her, Chama say, Ya salam, Ya salam. Ya salam, Ya salam, Ya salam, salimuni. And the moment my lovely Ola said you ask for Shinko, oh. I think there was even a time she was sick in Manchester. My mom had to buy her a Chinese.
From London.
A Chinese rice from London.
No, I was pregnant.
Was he pregnant?
No, I was pregnant
whatever.
with Sophia, and I was craving the Chinese at Newark College.
Whenever she craves, whenever she's at the hospital and she asks for Chinese, Nando's, or there is this Asian
Lahore.
And the pina colada, then Alafi day. Nobody.
She's ready to go home.
She's ready to go home. But whenever she's at the hospital, there's this, oh God, this medication that she gets, muffin. Teddy will just be like,
What are you saying?
She's always high.
And cyclozine, yes.
Whenever she's on that medication.
When you call me on the phone, even me, I know. If I got to a stage, I remember the first time I had it, I was talking to my mom. And she called me, but she was like, you scared me yesterday. And you were just saying all sort of different things.
Yeah.
I was really worried. And I'm thinking, what are you talking about? So it got to a stage, I realized what she was talking about. So when I take it, I just call and say, okay, when I start saying rubbish, even when I say that to my sister, and I start saying rubbish, you should know what.
Even you need to see her physically, because she's like in a different world. At first I got scared, and then when she explained that that's to me that that's where the medication is actually working,
Okay, yeah.
then okay, I said, right, that's fine. But one thing I'll tell you guys is, when you have loved ones at the hospital, please do not leave them there. I mean, I'm not going to blame the doctors or the nurses. They have so much work. Okay? Even if it's something as little as changing the water in the cup, it does go a long way. And in a way, I would actually like to say thank you to you, because I'm not a caring type.
She's not.
I can't touch. Oof, don't let me
In fact, I remember my sister only started actually bathing for me after she had Abdul leak. That was when she had the courage. Before that, it's just something. She's not wicked. It's just that she cannot withstand it. Seeing blood alone.
Oh God.
So even when they give me
needles.
Transfusion, she used to get worried, like,
so
what's
bad.
going? Yes.
But other things, changing water, easy peasy.
Those ones are easy.
Get food, easy peasy. But
Even eating hospital food with me,
no,
she couldn't do it.
I can't use the spoon.
But my mom,
I just think it.
we swapped the food, so she will bring her own food. I'll give her my own.
No, when the hospital food used to be good.
When it used to be good, not
Don't
now.
try it now.
I don't want anything waste.
Yes,
No,
she
but
doesn't like
no, seriously.
anything wasted.
Always look after your loved ones when they are at the hospital. Always be there. That's one thing I make sure that even if I'm sick myself, there was a day that I was really, really tired. I had, like she said, mine is always headache. And I went to work. This traffic was massive. I just have to make sure I'm there. Regardless of what I have to, because I know she needs me at that time. I'm the only big sister. So she needs me at the time, so I need to just make myself available.
Thank you.
Yeah, so thank you, Teju. And I remember the day I washed you with that towel.
She actually said to me that I can't believe I just did that.
I told her I cannot believe I'm doing this. And then I started graduating, following that to the toilet.
She followed me to one, and the other thing she was doing, I'm like, stop doing this.
I'm graduating. Before I graduated.
She's actually, she's graduated, yeah. I give her a
I'm not sure if you're going to ask this question, that what scares me most?
Yes.
What scares me most about it is nothing. I actually don't get scared anymore. I remember the last one you were sick, and then Larry called me. She goes, "Oh, it was during COVID." She was, "Oh, bless Larry." And she goes, "Oh, I lost me." She started crying, and I can't.
No, I actually caused it. Her husband called me, and then he said, "Oh, we miss you," and I that just broke my heart. Like, I miss you guys, and I was just crying. So he must have delivered the message, or she was probably there.
Yeah.
And she called my sister.
And then Larry started crying. I said, "Larry, all you have to do is just keep praying." So I don't think I'm not scared of the sickle cell. I'm only scared of the care that she gets when we're not there to support her.
Yeah.
If you get what I mean. So because the care is very important. If you don't have someone to look after you or to be there for you, then that's what I'm scared of.
Because the pain doesn't give you time.
You can't do anything. And I'm sorry if this video is going to go anywhere, but I know it's social media, but I think the government needs to do more.
They do.
They don't recognize it as a disability.
It is.
But we've seen it. I've seen it. And trust me, when I was in town, I said it to myself. I am never ever dating or getting married to anybody that has sickle cell trait. I'm sorry. No.
But
that is not enough. Because I've got sickle cell trait. I've seen her. And I was not ready. Someone could say, yeah, you're selfish, you are restricting yourself, but when you find yourself in that situation,
it's not an easy something.
You don't want to risk it. And because I know I'm not the carry, touchy type, I don't want to put any baby or any child. So that was literally my first on the list.
Yeah.
So please do not risk it. Love is not enough. Forget it.
It's not.
But one thing did scare me though, when you had your first exchange while you were pregnant.
Yeah, she was worried.
Hey, you put it. When I saw those machines,
the machine literally just scared her. And I just had to. My mom has not seen it.
For me, I can't stand it.
Oh, those machines. And I think I just had my miscarriage then as well.
Yes. So.
No.
Yeah, but my mom has not seen it.
No,
so
I don't think she can see it. The machine is one.
I will still take you when
and then because you have
When
to.
you
No, I think it's where they do the
for me.
exchange.
That's why I
Yeah,
said
where they did it for me.
Because it's a very
But that's
fragile
for me,
place.
though. It's because my
Hey,
veins are.
because you are the only one I know, no, no.
But that's not where they use
And you
it.
remember when you stood up,
Yes.
she wanted to go to the toilet,
And
and
then
then the blood started.
Came back out.
Ah, I don't know how I survived.
In fact, no, that day I just said to my sister, I said, you have actually grown up.
The blood, imagine getting blood in your body,
And then everything
going through
comes
the pain
back out.
because they had to do it through.
They did it through my groin.
It was, I don't even understand when you of groin, but I saw where they did it. It was scary.
Yes.
And then the blood started erupting out. Oh,
But that was because the lady didn't apply enough pressure.
well, that's part of me. That's part of this, the angle that
But
I
it was
said,
because
the
I was in
fear.
pain. That was why she
So
did.
imagine if I wasn't there, because I was the one that took you to the hospital.
Yeah.
So imagine if I wasn't there
I
and
would-
decided to
I
go
would-
to the hospital
yeah.
yourself.
I would have been there by myself.
You probably would have
Nobody
fainted.
would have. Yes, I would have. And that happened when I had Sobo. But that's going to be another story
So
for another time.
to summarize my chatty, the care is very, very important.
Yes.
Please make yourself, although sometimes I don't even know how I do it though. Because even sometimes maybe she must have probably upset me before she decided to go on that holiday. Mate, that upset needs to get out of the window. But thank you for changing me.
You're welcome.
I didn't call,
I changed the free of charge.
but I just fell in love with
the
who
whole
you are.
situation. Yes. I was
It's as
saying
simple as
to
that.
one of my friends, Judith,
Right.
before I went on holiday, I was telling her that, if you're speaking to my sister and she says, I told you I was going on holiday, it means I'm in crisis, I've gone to the hospital. So when this last crisis happened, it was meant to be our cousins, our family friends, baby christening.
Yeah.
And I was supposed to do the makeup. Obviously, I couldn't go, so I couldn't do the makeup. So my friend went, and I think my sister must have told her that, she's gone on holiday or something like that. So she called me and she was like, Teju, I don't like this holiday. I don't want you to be going on this on this
Because
holiday.
it was during COVID.
It was during COVID. I said, well, it is what it is. I have to go. But yeah, it's funny, but that's the way she sees it, as holiday, which I'm used to it now as well. I just say it as,
I mean, it's just a way to make yourself.
because I think that's the only time I actually rest properly, even though I'm not resting because I'm in pain.
No, you're not resting. You're still talking to people. Let's not bring that.
Don't bring that.
You're still controlling business on the sick bed.
Don't bring that.
No.
So yes. But yes, without wasting any much time, Grandma, have you got any advice for my clients? My clients, for my fans.
Oh, God, clients, imagine. It's always business for this girl.
What I can say is, when you have anybody around you with sickle cell, don't be scared. Please, just be prayerful. They need your prayer, they need your help, and be there for them. Please. Because it's not their fault.
It's not.
It's we parents. And it's not even our fault. But
It's destiny.
destiny.
Change it.
So once you
If you find yourself in that situation,
if you find yourself in that situation, please just be thanking God at the same time, because God is the main person that can cure it.
Is there a cure?
Thank you.
well, at the
There's no
moment, there's bone marrow transplant.
No. Even the bone marrow, now I understand, because there was a news recently that someone that did the bone marrow and it got really, really messy. And then the guy got infected and died along the way. I mean, I've always been disturbing her. Can't you do the bone
Can't you
marrow?
do it? Can't you do it?
And then she keeps telling me, I've
actually had so many emails, texts, even since I uploaded my video,
Yeah.
I've had people contacted me. I've got messages about, there's been bone marrow transplant. I'm like, yeah, I am aware of it. However, it works mainly in children. The only time they will recommend it for an adult is if the risk or if the advantage outweighs the risk. Because for you to get bone marrow transplant, they would have to immunosuppress you, which literally means giving you the kind of treatment that they would give someone that has cancer. So imagine someone that has cancer going through that. They already have it, but you that you're healthy, they're now putting you in that situation. So most of the time, it causes lots of pain for sickle cell patients, and then because they have to immunosuppress you, you're prone to infection. Infection is one of the main things. Infection is one of the main things that causes sickle cell crisis.
Even I'm a scientist.
You're a scientist. Exactly.
And what I can say again, the ignorance that we have about this sickle cell in Nigeria.
Yes.
Please, let's educate ourselves.
We need to educate ourselves, but at the same time, the ignorance causes a lot of problem in family.
Yep.
Because in most cases, we call it abiku. And some people call it abiku. But alongside, some in some family faces as if that the sickness is from one side of the family, not knowing that it's blood.
Yes.
Yeah.
They thought
both parties.
Maybe
from the maternal side. They are doing their
mommy, daddy,
so that's the sentiment we put it in Nigeria, not knowing originally is blood
from both parents.
So it caused a lot of broken homes.
Yes, it has done. Yes.
Yeah. And even when they find out, they still pretend that
we need to understand
it's still not there. Yeah. Or when they find out, they end up saying, "Oh, I will church you."
Yeah, exactly. I've been to so many churches. I remember we went to one. It's been a very long time.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The churches will do the part. The Afa will do the part.
It's prayer that they do, isn't it? They give you, different things. Yes. And even when they pray, the thing is, if you don't believe in that prayer, it doesn't work. It's just like when my mom said that you used to go for some herbal concussions. I believed in them, and I felt like they worked for me. Even when we used to use the locks and spirits.
We used to believe in the locks.
I used it even up until when I got to UK. I used it. I think I only stopped it just before I had Sophia, just before I had my daughter. Yeah. Because even when I moved to Middleton, I remember I had lots of locks in my house. And I think it was the spirit that just ran out. And because I believed it was the spirit from Nigeria, and I didn't know what spirit was in UK, it was after I realized it was surgical spirit. But it took a while. So I think that was why I stopped it. If not, I probably would still be using it now. And at the moment, my best friend is Aboniki.
Oh, yeah.
Literally.
You think we just had a baby now?
Every day I go to my house. I think I have two.
The kids got used to it now.
2-3 bottles of Aboniki on my bed, like and every corner.
The bed heater.
Bed heater as well. Those are my best friends. Those are the things that I live with. That even if it's like really warm and I'm on my bed heater is on. Especially when it's now winter, when I'm on my bed and my bed heater is on, I'm not even bothered about the heater in the house because I'm just there.
And whenever she comes to
when I go to her house, I'm literally like, please go and switch on the heater.
You need to call me. Maybe 10 minutes
before I get there. Like I'm going to be there soon. Put on the heater. In fact, where she lives now, there's 2 toilets now because I can't go upstairs. Yeah, so it's not because I don't want to. It's just because precautions. That's what it is. And yes, I have water as well everywhere in the house. I do.
Well,
but I have more Aboniki.
You have more Aboniki than water.
Okay, guys, we're going to.
You only drink the water when we literally tell you
off.
No,
not when you tell me off. And we're going to end the video here before she starts coming up with different things. So, thank you so much for staying with us. Even the kids are thinking you guys have overdone it now.
We'll bring Madame Sophia one of these days.
Well, she doesn't really understand it yet, does she?
Well, the little. You would think she doesn't understand it.
Okay. It's still September and it's still Sickle Cell Awareness Month. So, guys, we're going to be seeing you soon.
Love is not enough.
It's not enough. Do your research. Be prayerful.
Be there.
Yes.
Be patient.
Yes.
Be kind. Smile. Enjoy life to the fullest.
Yes. I remember when I would not remember that. I would not say we've done all of that before. No, we partied a lot. So yeah, I did live life.
We still party now.
No, we still party now.
When you can.
When makeup is not.
For me,
COVID is a bad
very, very grateful.
Alhamdulillah. Thank you very much, guys.
Thanks for watching.
We'll see you next time in my next video.
But keep praying for us.
Yes, thank you.
Prayer is never gonna be enough.
It's not enough now.
Thank you.
See you later. Bye bye.
Don't
forget to subscribe, guys.
Subscribe, please.